All right, so page 77 is where we're going to be turning. The title of this section is called Summarizing a Reference. So the subject, like I had written on the board, is what your entire report is about. And the topics are the divisions, like how you're going to divide things up within the subject. So the subject for this assignment is Mike. Mike is not a person. The topics are the owners and an accident, fame and sideshows, feeding, failure to care, and death. We're going to have five topics, and you might organize yours a little differently. So when we write out our KWO, we're going to write clincher here, but we're not going to write, you're not actually going to write the clincher in your KWO. You're going to write that when you start writing your paragraphs. Okay. So what we're going to do now is read this story that is called Mike the Headless Chicken.
Oh.
Could read.
What page?
The Headless Turkey. Page 77. On September 10th, 1945, Lloyd and Clara Olson of Fruita, Colorado, were killing and processing chickens to take to the meat market. One of them was a 5.5-month-old Wyandotte rooster. Thank you. The chicken squirmed, and Olson's axe failed to make a clean cut, removing the bulk of the head but missing the jugular vein and leaving most of the brainstem and one ear intact.
What page is this on?
77.
They can live without their heads.
Surprisingly, the headless chicken was still able to walk. Mm-hmm. It attempted to preen, peck for food, and crow, although its crowing was more of a gurgling sound from its throat. It was placed in an old apple box for a night, and when the bird was still alive the next morning, Olson took it to town with the rest of his carcasses. He started betting people that he had a live headless chicken. Gradually, word spread across town, and eventually a local news reporter came to interview Olson. Lloyd and Clara had begun to care for the bird, feeding it a mixture of milk and water with an eyedropper and giving it small grains of corn.
That's disgusting. I've heard of this before.
Yeah. 2 weeks later, a sideshow promoter named Hope Wade visited the Olson farm with a proposition. Take the chicken on the sideshow circuit. It was the 1940s, and the farm was struggling, so Lloyd thought, might as well. First, they took the rooster to the University of Utah in Salt Lake City, where scientists did some testing and verified that, yes, indeed, this was a living, breathing, but headless animal. Life magazine published an article on Miracle Mike, the Headless Chicken, as he had been named by Mr. Wade. Then Lloyd and his wife and Mike began to tour the country. They visited California and Arizona, and when the Olsons had to return to harvest their crops, Hope Wade took Mike on a tour of the southeastern states. People paid 25 cents to see this remarkable sight, and it was estimated that he earned for his owners as much as $4,500 in a month. I think I need a headless chicken. In the spring of 1947, the Olsons again took Mike to Phoenix, where one night in a hotel room, they were awakened by the sound of Mike choking, his throat filled with mucus. Normally, they would have cleared this with a syringe, but unfortunately, their feeding supplies were left at the sideshow location, and they were unable to find an alternative before Mike suffocated and died. His grandson stated that for years he, Lloyd, would claim that he had sold the chicken to a guy in the sideshow circuit. I think he didn't ever want to admit he screwed up and let the proverbial goose that lays the golden egg die on him. Olson never told anyone what he did with Mike's dead body. Oh dear. I bet they did, and it was old by that time. How did a chicken live for 18 months with no head? Dr. Tom Smulders, a chicken expert at Newcastle University, explains that there's very little brain in the front part of a chicken's skull. It's mostly connected at the back. He estimates that while the beak, face, eyes, and an ear were removed with the hatchet blow, as much as 80% of the brain remained, including the parts that control heart rate, breathing, mobility, hunger, and digestion. It seems that in Mike's case, the hatchet cut came in exactly the right place, and a timely blood clot prevented him from bleeding to death. Others have tried to replicate the Olsen's accidental and remarkable decapitation, but no one has yet succeeded, and the wealth that Mike brought the Olsens was short-lived. Although they were accused of getting filthy rich, their grandson affirms that while they did get a new tractor and a new car out of it, they continued to eke out a living on a farm for the rest of their days. Since 1999, each year around the end of May, the town of Fruita holds an annual Mike the Headless Chicken Day celebration with themed events such as Run Like a Headless Chicken 5K race, Pin the Head on the Chicken, the Egg Toss, and Chicken Bingo, a game whereby the numbers are determined by chicken droppings falling on a numbered grid.
Ew.
Peep and wing eating contests, live music, and artisan booths make this a memorable weekend for old and young alike, while commemorating the remarkable story of one chicken's will to live. Yes, I will show a picture of Mike the Headless
Why they
Chicken.
do it to a poor Wyandotte chicken?
I don't know. So, what are some possible topics that you heard as we read this story? You can go through and look at it and use your pencil to underline some stuff or just mark. Okay, what did you say, Max?
It's about its brain. It has both its brain and its neck.
Yeah.
There's actually like cords in its neck.
So how can we say it? Like location of?
Yeah.
Yeah, location of hatchet hit, like the accident.
Yeah. How didn't they know that the chicken's brain is mostly its neck, like the processing?
Who knows? That is so weird. What are some other topic divisions? What can we talk about?
Fame.
His fame. Yep.
Death.
His death. Yeah.
And then.
What they do to like celebrate it and all.
Yeah. Celebration. Remembrance. What about how they fed him
This.
and
They say
cared for him?
syringe.
Do you care? Okay. Let's stop there for a minute. Yeah, I did want to put up a video or a picture of Mike the Headless Chicken.
You're just probably gonna see the hole in its neck. It's gonna look goofy.
It does look goofy. He had a picture.
Because they feel with the syringe in the hole in their neck, they like slowly drop it in.
Yeah.
Have you never seen a headless chicken?
So weird.
Well, I have, but not
Nah.
up and about.
You guys just up and about.
Yeah, it's up and
Up and
about.
about.
It's a picture of you.
You should test that.
It's small.
It's mold. Mold.
It's not mold,
Well,
that's
she's
dust. That's dust.
I'll
practically
check it
mold.
on my neck.
Oh, that has to be made.
That's something why
That's
ours
just
are
dust.
classic.
It's that's not mold. It's wet dirt.
technically well, wet dirt.
It's mold.
It's technically why our classic.
It is not mold. Mold doesn't look like that.
It's mold.
It's mold.
Jerry's geeking out.
It's mold.
I don't know. I was just
Cause that one hardly has anything in it.
not really sick. I think it's because she used this one. Maybe. But they both at the same time.
Things just get dusty over time.
Yeah, I know. Are we?
Take a little.
Oh, that's right. I have to go to my source now. Let me go down. Because it won't just automatically be my source.
Oh, sometimes she's.
All right.
It's bright.
Here is Mike, your headless chicken.
Ew.
They had the little dropper in
Are
one
we
picture.
still on video?
Yeah, we are. And that's how they fed him. Right here.
Oh heck yeah.
That's yucky. local statue, Brian.
Oh, there are the Olsons
Wait, so technically you could recreate that.
with other chickens.
Possibly.
Like living as a chicken and then looking to your left and just see one with no head. I would be so scared.
Why? It's a chicken.
Yeah,
It's like a
there you
I
go.
don't know.
fellow
I haven't-
friend.
I don't know. I live with chickens.
Like imagine you're with your best friends and then one day, what's his name?
I'd be a little.
Right.
And then one day your friend Mike goes missing just to come back and you realize he doesn't have a head.
I don't know. I pet chickens in my backyard. I wouldn't be like too petrified if one was missing a head. Be like, oh, I'll pick
But if
something.
I was a chicken,
Like-
Yeah,
I would
Like
be so
stuff
scared for my
happens.
friend.
I know, right? Oh, Mia, can I have my little notebook that's on the chair, please?
Because it has happened before.
All right. So this is where we're actually going to start the video, I believe. There was a poem written about Mike the Headless Chicken that he has here.
So you gotta read us the poem.
It's very moving.
Ow, there's hair in my ear.
Me too.
All right.
In 1945, when this was all happening and they were touring the country, Arba Glean, I don't know who that is, nevertheless wrote a poem called Miracle Mike the Headless Chicken. So I'll read it to you. I listened and heard the farmer say, "We'll have this fowl for lunch today." Thought I, there won't be nothing doing. I just can't see myself a stewing. But he took the axe and chopped off my head, then threw me down and left me for dead. There on the ground for a moment I lay, then I arose and walked away. Said Farmer Lloyd to his kindly wife, "That's the strangest thing I've seen in my life." Said the kindly wife to her farmer man, "I can't put him in the frying pan. A fowl that hates so much to die, there must be some good reason why. And since he wants so much to live, every living chance to him will give. Through my esophagus they feed me corn, they give me drink and keep me warm. I'm well and happy as can be. I stand around for folks to see. Although I haven't got a head, I'm better off than if I'm dead." Isn't that cute? Alright, so we got Mike the Headless Chicken. This is our subject. So our
Okay. So we're actually just going to stop there for the day. Tomorrow we are going to make our keyword outline for Mike the Headless Chicken. And
Instead of new keyword outline.
yeah, we're gonna make one.
Oh, like the one that we just learned.
Yeah, basically like
I like
that.
this one
Well,
better.
it's the same thing, except that each paragraph. Last time you made a keyword outline for each
Section.
bird.
Yeah.
This and it kind of felt separate. This time we're bringing them together, and we have one passage instead of three separate passages. It's one passage. You're gonna come up with your topics and make a keyword outline for each topic, basically. Yep.
You don't have lunch after this?
Nope, we have lit and then lunch.
I want you to sign off this bed.
Yes, we need to do that.